we have come to the 5th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And Arjun asks Lord Krishna that you advocate action and the same time you advocate yoga. So these are two different paths. Now tell me, which one is better? Should I go to the path of action or should I go to the path of yoga? The answer is very clear. Lord Krishna says that selfless action. Selfless action. That the path of action and the path of yoga are not different paths. They're complementary. Action alone is not sufficient. It has to be pure, it has to be detached, it has to be good, it has to be noble, it has to be selfless. So, good action is part of yoga. The path of yoga, the path of knowledge, and the path of action are not separate paths. They are complementary. So the Karma Yogi is one who acts with knowledge. The Karma Yogi is, as the name suggests, he is the yogi of action, Karma Yogi, but he acts in knowledge. It is not that he is ignorant. So all these paths are complementary. God has very categorically pointed out that the path of action and the path of yoga and the path of knowledge are not different paths. Then he says that leaving action is out of question. Whether you are a yogi, whether you are a knowledgeable person, whosoever you are, you have to act. Just as the lotus blooms above water, we have to bloom above attachment. That we have to be, the Karma Yogi has to be above pain and pleasure. Senses are temporary, the permanent bliss lies in self, and when we reject temptations, that is victory. That is victory. And a human being is not senses. A human being is not equal to the five senses, not at all. The real essence lies somewhere else. Beautiful verses, beautiful sentences, one after another, God describes the nature of yoga, the nature of karma, the nature of the Karma Yogi. Beautiful verses, one after another. And then he comes to such a valid point that he says that God is not responsible for human activity. Guna's inherent nature, effort, the human being himself or herself is responsible for human activity. नहीं, जैसे लोग कई बार कह देते अरे भगवान ने करा दिया, कुछ गलती कर दी, आपने बदमाशी की है, आप responsible है. It's not, you cannot say that God has given me this mindset. No. 5.14 and 15, beautiful verses. He says, the Lord neither creates a person's urge for action, nor his actions. The Lord neither creates a person's urge for action, nor his actions, nor even the result of the actions. All this is done through a person's conditioned nature. The all-knowing God is not responsible for anyone's good or bad actions. Human beings are deluded because their knowledge is covered by ignorance. So those who say that God does not control this, if God is omnipotent and if God is all powerful, why there is so much crime? Human beings, very clearly, Lord Krishna has very clearly said in Srimad Bhagavad Gita that God is not responsible for human activity. What we are doing to our mother nature, what we are doing to climate, what we are doing to this earth, Mother Earth, we are responsible for that. So this is a very important statement. And then he describes the path to liberation. The path to liberation is simple. Focus on breath. Sit down, focus on breath. Be a conscious person. Concentrate between the eyebrows. Mindful breathing. Control your senses. Give up anger. This is the path to peace. This is the path to bliss. I personally feel that while respecting Srimad Bhagavad Gita so much, we have distanced this text from the general public, which is very wrong. I think the basic concepts of truth, honesty, knowledge, action, the basic concepts should be common knowledge. Everybody should know the meaning of dharma. Everybody should know the meaning of karma. Everybody. We should not respect it. Respect means bringing it close to ourselves. Respect does not mean, putting it aside and putting it on such a reverent status that you don't ever touch Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It's not. That's my personal view is that everybody should read this text as a friendly text, as a guide to life, as a inventory, you can say, as a kind of clear-cut road setting, you see, a clear-cut guidance of how to lead life. Everybody should know the basic concepts of this book. This is, it is written in very simple language. Translations are available in all languages. Wonderful translations are available in all languages. And it's written in a very direct manner. At no point you see any confusing statement. There are no confusing statements. Very simple. This is action. Human beings are responsible for their action. This is karma. This is a karma yogi. This is dharma. This is truth. Simple. And I am of course speaking according to my intellect, but people find of course deeper meanings into it. But we can begin. At least my point is that at least we can begin. So this is it. This was the 5th chapter. We will continue. Thank you. Thank you so much.